Aloha and welcome to A Course in Miracles, Lesson 126. All that I give is given to myself. This is like the thought, the idea that salvation is based upon. It's that I'm always giving to myself everything, good, bad, condemnation, forgiveness. Whatever I'm giving to myself because I am one with everyone and everything. So this is a very important concept for us to look at today. Today's idea, it's completely alien to the ego and the thinking of the world. But it's crucial to the thought reversal that this course will bring about. If you believed this statement, there would be no problem in complete forgiveness, certainty of goal, and sure direction. You would understand the means by which salvation comes to you, and you would not hesitate to use it now. If we really understood this, and that's what we want to do today, is really understand this giving and receiving, how it works, and how salvation works through this giving. In other words, we are forgiven, we are saved by saving others, by forgiving them, by overlooking their mistakes. So let's consider what you do believe. In other words, let's consider what we've been taught by the world, by the church, by even the Bible, because the way that God in the Bible forgives. Let's consider what you do believe in place of this idea. It seems to you that other people are apart from you and able to behave in ways which have no bearing on your thoughts, nor yours on theirs. So it seems that we're apart, we're separate, that whatever I do, think, has no effect on them, and whatever they think or give has really no effect on me, because we're separate. So it seems to you that other people are apart from you and able to behave in ways which have no bearing on your thoughts nor yours on theirs. Therefore, your attitudes have no effect on them, and their appeals for help are not in any way related to your own. You further think that they can sin without affecting your perception of yourself, while you can judge their sin and yet remain apart from condemnation and at peace. So if it's really true, and it is, that everything I give, I'm giving to myself, when I condemn someone for something I feel that they're doing wrong and I judge them, then I'm judging myself. Because the Course teaches that in order for me to feel the innocent party, I project my sins, or the things that I try to get rid of guilt by projecting it onto other people, so that I can look at them and judge them and say, look, I wouldn't do that. They're the guilty ones. I'm the innocent one here in this situation. So when I do that, I think that it has no consequences on me. But the thing is, if I look at someone and say, well, you're a liar, you should be punished, or you're a thief, you should go to jail, I am condemning myself in the very same sentence of condemning them. I'm putting the same condemnation on myself. Because as we'll see more and more in the course, whatever we are, guilty or not guilty, we're the same because we're one. So I can't condemn someone without condemning myself, but I can't forgive someone and love someone and offer them peace without offering it to myself. When you forgive a sin, there is no gain to you directly. That's what we, have been taught and feel like if someone does something to me and someone comes up and says, hey, you should forgive them. Why should I forgive them? They're the ones that are guilty. They're the ones that hurt me. Why should I forgive them? What good is that going to do me? What'll do me good is to see them punished, to see justice come to them. That's kind of what we've been taught, that you don't get any gain by forgiving someone. I mean, they do, and maybe you'll do it because you're feeling in a good mood, or you're feeling holy, or you're trying to obey what Jesus said, forgive 70 times 7. But hey, listen, God doesn't forgive everybody. I mean, if you don't accept Jesus as your Savior, He's not going to forgive you. He's going to send you to hell. And then don't remember the unpardonable sin. If you forgive that one can't. If you commit that one, whatever it is, you can't be forgiven. See, so that's kind of the information that we've received from our religious leaders, from one another, from parents, from authority figures, from our judicial systems, is built on the whole idea of sin, guilt, and punishment. This whole world is built on the idea of sin, guilt, and punishment. So, seeing someone punished and get what they deserve seems to be the thing that will give us what we want. If we can just see them, justice being done. So that's what we've been taught. When you forgive a sin, there's no gain to you directly. You give charity to one unworthy, merely to point out that you're better than they are. You're on a higher plane spiritually than the person that you've forgiven. He has not earned your charitable tolerance, which you bestow on one unworthy of the gift, because his sins have lowered him beneath a true equality with you. So you're not the same. But the Course teaches we are the same. He has no claim on your forgiveness. It holds out a gift to him, but hardly to yourself. Thus is forgiveness basically unsound, a charitable whim, benevolent yet undeserved, a gift bestowed at times, at other times withheld, unmerited. Withholding it is just, nor is it fair that you should suffer when it's withheld. The sin that you forgive is not your own. Someone apart from you committed it. And if you then are gracious unto him by giving him what he does not deserve, the gift is no more yours than was his sin. That's what we've been taught. That's what the ego teaches us. And if this is true, forgiveness has no grounds on which to rest dependably and sure. Because it's just a whim. Maybe God will forgive me, maybe he won't. I mean, I used to think after I had asked Jesus into my heart and become a Christian, I felt worse after the initial phase of being forgiven was over, because I never felt like I, quite could live up to God's standard. I was constantly, letting God down. And so what do I do now? I mean, how can I continuously be forgiven again and again and again for the same thing over and over again? I mean, eventually God's patience ran out with the people of Israel in the Old Testament. Of course, he's going to run out of patience with me. And that was the way I thought. And so I experienced a lot more guilt as a believer and a Christian than I did when I was an unbeliever. Because I thought that this was the way forgiveness works, and that God's forgiveness was on a whim, like maybe he'll forgive me, maybe he won't. Maybe this time I've gone too far. So if this be true, forgiveness has no grounds on which to rest dependably and sure. It's an eccentricity in which you sometimes choose to give indulgently an undeserved reprieve, yet it remains your right to let the sinner not escape the justified repayment for his sin. Thank you. Think you that the Lord of heaven would allow the world's salvation to depend on this? Would not his care for you be small indeed if your salvation just rested on a whim? You do not understand forgiveness as you see it. It's but a check upon over-attack without requiring correction in your mind. It cannot give you peace as you perceive it. It's not a means for your release from what you see in someone other than yourself. It has no power to restore your unity with him, the person who sinned, to your awareness. It is not what God intended it to be for you. So our understanding of forgiveness really doesn't work. We need a new understanding of what forgiveness is and how it works. And that's what we're going to try to ask the Holy Spirit to teach us today. Not having given him the gift he asked of you. And this him is a capital H. You cannot recognize his gifts and think he has not given them to you. So God asks us to give the gift of forgiveness. And if we don't give it, we can't believe that he would give it to us. Because we always think God is like we are. Yet, would he, God, ask you for a gift unless it was for you? In other words, would he ask us to forgive if it wasn't for us, for our good? Could he be satisfied with empty gestures and evaluate such petty gifts as worthy of his Son? Salvation is a better gift than this, and true forgiveness, as the means by which it is attained, must heal the mind that gives. Forgiving is receiving. And that's what we've been looking at this week and trying to see that this is true. Giving is receiving. The two sides of the same coin. What remains as unreceived has not been given. But what has been given must have been received. Today we try to understand the truth that giver and receiver are the same. You will need help to make this meaningful, because it is so alien to the thoughts to which you're accustomed. But the help you need is there. So give him your faith today. And ask him that he share your practicing in truth today. And if you only catch a tiny glimpse of the release that lies in the idea we practice for today, this is a day of glory for the world. If we just get a glimpse of this idea for today, what it truly means, and how powerful it is for us. So we're going to give 15 minutes twice today to the attempt to understand today's idea, being all that I give is given to myself. It is the thought by which forgiveness takes its proper place in your priorities. It is the thought that will release your mind from every bar to what forgiveness means and let you realize its worth to you. So if we knew and really believed that every time we forgive, we're forgiven, why wouldn't we do it? That would be our number one priority. In silence, we're going to close our eyes upon the world that does not understand forgiveness. And we're going to seek sanctuary in the quiet place in our minds where thoughts are changed and false beliefs are laid by. Repeat today's idea and ask for help in understanding what it really means. Be willing to be taught. Be glad to hear the voice of truth. And healing speak to you, and you will understand the words he speaks and recognize he speaks your words to you. As often as you can, remind yourself you have a goal today, an aim, which makes this day a special value to yourself and to all your brothers. Do not let your mind forget this goal for long, but tell yourself, all that I give is given to myself. The help I need to learn this, that this is true, is with me now, and I will trust him. Then, spend a quiet moment opening your mind to his correction and his love, and what you hear of him, you will believe, for what he gives will be received by you. So this is a very, very, very special time if we can just practice this today, this lesson of learning what it means to give and receive, to really give forgiveness. What does forgiveness mean? It will totally change our lives. So what an exciting day this is. So I hope that it's a powerful day for you. I know that I've been practicing this because I've done the workbook, years ago, and so I've been practicing this giving and receiving, and it really, really works. I've still practicing giving and receiving forgiveness. But I've done it long enough to know that this is a game changer. This changed my life. So I hope that if you haven't really, if this is a new concept for you, I hope that today you'll just really take this time and ask the Holy Spirit to show you this concept and what it means and what it can be for you and the value of it. And I think you're going to really, if that happens, I think from this day forward, your life is going to be so different. I mean, mine has been. So love to you, peace to you, strength to you, and in your commitment to understand forgiveness and this law of giving and receiving. So have a great one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mahalo.